What's going on, everybody? Crypto Kid here, coming at you again with another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about Propy, up over 45% on the day. Just a massive rally from this real estate coin. So we're just going to be doing a quick overview of what the project is for those of you that don't know, where I see the price going, and then what you should do now in response to this rally. Should you buy and try to chase the pump, or should you wait for another day? Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So first off, let's just look at the market cap. About $82 million fully diluted. That's $103 million. For those of you curious, Propy is the #1 real estate coin in the space. The next best competitor is going to actually be Contra Coin, which I actually hadn't heard about until today, but I did take a look at the white paper, and it doesn't look like anything special. So I don't think that Propy is in any danger of losing its market dominance as the #1 coin in real estate. Keep in mind, real estate is a $3.69 trillion market that's rising supposedly 5.2% annually over the next 8 years. So obviously, to be the #1 coin in the blockchain space, which is what hopefully the financial system will eventually ease its way into. If Propy is able to maintain its dominance, it's going to be an absolute hit. I don't think anyone else can really say anything about that. And we can already see, Propy had their first sale. They basically had the first ever real estate-backed NFT, which sold for $650,000, the Spanish-style home right here. So, it's a working product. The one thing that I don't necessarily love is the PRO use case. I think that they could definitely integrate the PRO token into the product more. As of right now, it's basically just going to cost you a couple hundred PRO tokens to go ahead and record a title on the blockchain or mint a deed NFT, and that's kind of their whole premise for the PRO token. So that's not great exactly. I'd like to see better use case for the PRO token there. But apart from that, in terms of actually working, being a functional website, it's great, honestly. I think that an unexpected benefit of using Propy is just all this free advertisement that you basically get for your home, because obviously there's only a limited amount of people that are willing to go on the blockchain right now. But there's some beautiful, beautiful properties already listed, mainly in Florida. But honestly, you just saw one in Oregon, Los Angeles. They're all over the world, really. So I just think even Massachusetts, I didn't know that. Obviously it's gaining traction. Obviously there's a lot of listings, but I just think that if you put yourself in the position of a real estate buyer and think, do I want to be risking putting all this money into an NFT-backed real estate exchange? Obviously it seems like a risk. So, but with that being said, you can imagine that there's a lot of people waiting to see more proof that this is working, that this is reliable. So I think that the more transactions that happen, it's kind of going to be a snowball effect, and more people are going to start to sign on and go ahead and try this out. So because obviously you don't want to risk it without at least some sort of history behind the product. So I think over time, the more people that use this, the more people, the more assurance that they get, the better it's going to do. So that's obviously nice in terms of longevity. And then obviously the market cap, not crazy high. Being on Coinbase, it's going to give it some good exposure there. We can go ahead and check to see what other exchanges it's on real quick. It says it's on Coinbase, Bittrex, Yobi Global, Bitrue. So obviously Binance listing would obviously be helpful too, if that were to come in the future. But final verdict, guys, I think that right now, today is probably not the best time to chase the pump. This one has been known to go on some crazy pumps and then just shoot down. But with that being said, it doesn't exactly, like you can see here, it started at around $1.26, shot all the way up to $4, and then leveled out here a little bit higher than it was before its next pump. So, unfortunately, we are either here or here. And I think it's probably best to wait it out for a couple weeks before you start getting into Propy. But I think come a week or two from now, if you want to start DCAing into Propy, this is one that's just inevitably going to keep spiking out of nowhere. It's one that people love to pump and dump, but on top of that, I honestly do believe that it is a promising project as well. So DCAing into this one, just getting some exposure to a different stream of assets, a different kind of industry in crypto is never a bad idea. That's, if you guys want to check out our last video, that's what that was all about, was getting into different industries in the crypto space, and just gonna go ahead and diversify across the board. So that's basically gonna do it from Propy, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed. Let me know if you were gonna buy the PRO token. Remember, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion. Go ahead and do your own research. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.